Hi, my name's Anne, and I wanted to reach out to you because I've had this feeling in my heart that there are people out there, perhaps you, who are feeling very lonely this time of year. And I think it's extremely important that you know that you're not alone in that there are a lot of people at this time of year, the holidays, uh, who feel lonely. Some of those people are actually around family and around people and at parties, and they feel lonely. And others are home alone, maybe homebound, and they feel lonely. And there are people who are in a variety of situations um, that feel very lonely at this time of year. And I just want to encourage you and let you know that you're going to be okay and that you are part of a much larger group of people in this world who feel the same way at this time of year. And in that regard, you aren't alone at all. You may feel alone, but there are actually people feeling the same way as you, um, all over the place. So I would encourage you to know, first off, that you are part of a bigger group, part of humanity, part of a large collection of people all over the world who also feel lonely. And in that regard, you aren't alone. You aren't alone in your feelings. It's easy to be lonely at this time in history, I think, because of all the electronic ways that people are keeping in touch instead of being more face to face. And there are real good things about that. But there are also things about it that cause people to disconnect from each other. Um, they may send each other a text instead of getting on the phone and calling and hearing the warmth of someone's voice. Or people used to just stop by other people's homes and say hi and be with each other in person. And that isn't really happening now like it used to. Things have changed a lot. Maybe not everywhere, but a lot of places. So just know that part of it is also the changing culture as our world is becoming more digital. At least that's been my observation. So, once again, you are part of a much greater group of people who are experiencing this, and you are not alone in that. Um, I also want you to know that there are resources out there to help you if you feel lonely. And I'll go through a few today, and then I look forward to being with you again. And I'll keep sharing resources with you and sharing ideas and affirming you and letting you know that you're not alone. And I certainly care about you. That's why I'm taking a moment to talk to you online. I want you to know that I care about you and I am just a citizen in the United States of America. I'm not a counselor, but I just felt this need to reach out and let you know you are not alone and that people care about you. And I am also going to be praying about you and praying for you and praying that your heart feels calm and that you feel peace and that you start to experiment if you haven't already, that maybe there are some ways that you can do some things so that you don't feel lonely or so you feel less lonely. And I have hope for you, and I want you to have hope too. So let me show you a couple of resources I've found recently. Here's a book. It's called About the Art of Being Alone. Okay? About the Art of Being Alone. It's written by a woman named Jeanette Menzel. Jeanette Menzel. Sorry, trying to help you see this. There we go. And it says how to overcome loneliness and the fear of being alone while learning to love yourself. And included in this is a personality test. And this book is a really nice size. It's like kind of 5 by 7-ish. It's easy to hold. It's probably online as well in digital form. I just really enjoy paper books, so I have this paper copy, and I love what's in the beginning of the book. It's a quote by Shakespeare, and it says, "This too shall pass." So I can't begin to interpret Shakespeare. But to me, what that means is whenever there's a difficult time or even something positive, but let's talk about a difficult time, that it won't last forever. It will pass. The moment will pass, or this time in your life will pass, and you will be able to move on and move through this. And even if you felt lonely for a very long time, maybe even months or a year or several years, there's still hope. And there's still ways that we can reach out and connect with people. And I want to share some ideas I've come across, some ideas I have on my own, and also let you know that I care and that you are not alone in that. I care and I'm thinking about you. So let me just tell you what's in this book. You can get online and read about it also on your own, since we can look up everything online now. But I know not all of you may have access to a computer, so, or you may not be able to get on a computer. So I just thought I'd give you an idea of some of the content in this book. So there's there are two exercises and a test first. Um, and these look like fun. They don't look hard. And then the book talks about 4 types of being alone. Then it talks about, it says, do not fear yourself. Okay. And there's an exercise in there, and it talks about inspiration and creativity. And it talks about why it's worth confronting anxiety. Some of you may have anxiety about your loneliness, some of you may not. Some of you may not actually even be lonely, but you might have someone you love and care about who's lonely that you want to help and that you want to understand what they're going through and give them resources. So I realize not all of you may feel lonely. Um, it's talking about the basics against the fear of being alone and loneliness. It's talking about blame, shame, and the need to be welcome. Belief, beliefs and life patterns, anger and fear, what science believes, what's hidden behind the fear of being alone. Loneliness in a relationship. also how silence makes partners lonely, strategies to experience relationships together again, and strategies and methods for the advanced. Okay, and they have 14 tips here with one or more pages about each tip. Uh, and then they talk about 54 impulses for activities. So that gives you a feel for what's in here. And it looks really great. So this is one resource. Here's another one. I was thrilled to find this resource. It's called Find Your People. Find Your People by Jenny Allen. And it says Building Deep Community in a Lonely World. 7 sessions. Okay, so this is like a study that you can do by yourself, or you could do it with another person or multiple people. I realize if you're lonely, you may not have other people to do it with, but like I said, you can do it by yourself. And there are videos with it as well. So you can watch videos online and then go through this. It's a study guide. So there are 7 video sessions, and there's an introduction, and then there's one on this, the disruption of community, then on proximity, transparency, accountability, shared mission, and consistency. And this is this book, I have not gone through it yet, but I am going to go through it, is a Christian-based book. And so whether you're Christian or not, whether you have Christian beliefs or not, it still looks fabulous, but it is based on Christian beliefs, and it does share about Christianity in here. So you don't need to be Christian to read it, but if you are Christian, you will probably enjoy it. And even if you're not Christian, I think you'll enjoy it. It's just really, really nice. And there are a lot of visuals in it. It's a very visual book, and it's like a workbook study guide. So it is something that you interact with. You don't just read. So it's a little bit different than the last book I was showing you, which was one about reading. So I think you'll really like this book as well. Okay, then I have, now this is also a Christian book. Again, you do not need to be Christian to read this, but it's an example of a book that I think helps people when they're lonely or when they're going through a hard time. It's called Praying Through Life's Problems. And I hope this isn't backwards. As I'm looking at these books on the video camera here, they're backwards. So if they're backwards for you, I apologize. But this is by Stormy O'Martian. And um, it's also, there's info by Joni Erickson Tata, Leslie Vernick, Catherine Hart Weber, Joseph and Marianne Mayo, Linda S. Mintle, and Diane Langberg. And it's inspiring messages of hope. And that's the whole point, is I think it's really important when we feel lonely that we have hope and that we keep focusing on hope and that we believe in hope and we believe that things will move on, they will change, and we are not stuck. Okay, so this book is also about 5 by 7, very easy to hold. and it is a book with to read. It's not a workbook. So it talks about a wide variety of things. Again, it's called Praying Through Life's Problems, and it's about hope. And some of the topics, which are written by a variety of people, like I said, a few of the topics, I won't read through all of them. The first one is living beyond your circumstances. Another is handling conflict, overcoming depression, dealing with life's changes. Here's one on body image and eating disorders. I'm not reading all of them, just some of them. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it appears that is pretty much the content. There are a couple other topics, but this is also a book about, as I said, about hope, and it is Christian based. You don't you don't have to be Christian to read it, but I thought it would be another excellent source or something you might want to look into. It's totally up to you. Okay, another thing that has been proven to be very helpful when you are having a hard time in life is to journal. And I don't know if you've journaled before. There are a lot of different ways to journal. This is a journal that I bought at Walmart. You can make your own journal. You can take a spiral binder. You can go somewhere like Walmart and buy a journal for not much money at all. You can go to the Dollar Tree and get a thin journal. So they're not expensive. They don't have to be expensive. I think this one was maybe about $8. And it's just cheerful. There are a lot of different covers. You can pick whatever works for you. There are ones for guys too. It's not all female looking. So the thing about journaling is it can help you release your feelings so you can get them out of your body. And it's a way to release stress and release emotions. And I have found, because I've journaled my whole life off and on, that a journal can be like a friend. I mean, you can write in there as if the journal's your friend, or you can write in there as if you're writing a letter to a friend. So it's also nice because you don't have to feel lonely while you're doing it. It's also a way to sort of record your life so that you can see you're moving forward, you're making progress, you're doing a great job. You might be moving forward slowly in your efforts to not feel lonely, but you are moving forward. And sometimes I think it's nice to look back at things you've journaled and to realize that you're making progress and you're growing and you're broadening your life and things are moving forward. It just helps you have hope, and it helps you also, I think, really honor the past version of you and how you're making progress and growing, and that you aren't stuck, and that things will be fine. You will be fine. Things will not stay this way, and you are not alone in this at all. So I just want to encourage you. I look forward to talking with you again, and I hope you find this helpful. Again, I know it's the holidays. You may even be seeing this at another time of year. I mean, loneliness can hit people year round. So, all these things still apply to you. And I want to encourage you. I want to remind you you are not alone in this. There are many other people feeling this way. It's a normal thing. And There are a lot of times in our lives where we go through lonely times. Some of them are shorter, some of them are very long. And I am going to keep checking in with you. And I want to encourage you that you are not alone. And I am here as well. And I also want to encourage you uh, to know, because I am Christian, whether you're Christian or not, I just want to say that you're also never alone, because Jesus is always with you every single second of your life. You may not feel him, but he is there. He is there and he loves you deeply. So you are not alone. You are never, ever alone, ever. So I wish for you a lovely day or afternoon or evening, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye.